everybody, I'm Lisa Bloom.
And I'm Sarah Bloom.
And today we have a very special guest with us, Colleen Mullen. She is an attorney with us at the Bloom firm. We are always so happy to work with Colleen. Colleen's background is as a civil rights litigator, and she has litigated excessive force and constitutional rights issues against the city of Los Angeles, and she is now working with us on several cases involving police misconduct in connection with Black Lives Matter protests recently against the city of Sacramento. So welcome, Colleen. Thank you for coming. And I know that today you're going to give us your top 7 tips on what to do if you are the victim of police misconduct. So hit it. What's number 1?
Absolutely. Thank you for having me on. It's a really important topic. So the first tip, record any and all interactions with the officers. If there are witnesses or bystanders around, make sure you can ask them. Say, hey, can you guys start recording this? You can also ask the officers explicitly to turn on their body cams as well. It's so important to have that video footage.
Excellent. Sarah, record me. That's what I would say. What's your second tip?
Narrate what is happening on the video as it's happening. So you can tell the officers, I am not resisting. I was peacefully protesting. What exactly are you arresting me for? And if they start applying force to you, narrate that. Why are you touching my arm? You are now handcuffing me too tightly. My wrist hurt. Start narrating what's happening. Provide a context for that video.
Narrate. That's especially great if your friend is recording you. That's a great tip. Great. I'll add that Black protesters are particularly vulnerable to police violence. Police are 4 times more likely to use force on Black people than white people. So Colleen, what's your next tip?
Get badge numbers, or at least ask for the badge numbers and ask for officers' names. They may not provide them, but it's important for you to ask that information later on so you can file internal complaints against them and you can start that process.
Yeah, and we've seen some of the recent protests, they're covering up their badge numbers, but you have the right to ask anyway, right?
Exactly. Doesn't hurt to ask.
What's next?
Just say no. Make sure it's clear to the officers. You do not have my authority to search my bag. You don't have the authority to search my cell phone. That's a huge one. Make sure the officers know they can't look through their phone. It's also important to know, just say no to the officers in terms of DNA swabs. It's a huge problem with the officers. They're posing it as something that's normally done. It's part of the process. No, it's not. Say no.
And a lot of people don't know this. You have the right to refuse. Just because a police officer asks for something doesn't mean you have to do it, right?
Absolutely.
What's your next tip, Colleen?
Don't give them an excuse to charge you. Oftentimes, officers will convert an unlawful arrest into a lawful arrest because of trumped up charges like resisting arrest or obstruction of justice, something like that. So as difficult as it is, obey the officer's orders as much as possible because they will convert an unlawful arrest into a lawful one.
So don't help them out by resisting. Very good advice.
Don't help them out.
And what's your next tip?
Be cautious of social media posts. Anything you post online can be used against you later in a civil lawsuit or criminal lawsuit. So just be cautious and be hyper aware of what you post online. As always, it's always a good tip.
True. And that's very important, especially posts about your case. And that's often the first thing that police and the DA look at when reviewing your case.
Absolutely.
And what's your last tip, Colleen?
If you have any injuries, seek medical attention and take photographs of your injuries. Bruises from day to day look different. They progress. Injuries that swell up swell different at different rates. So make sure you take photographs of all of your injuries and document them.
And you know, we as attorneys, when people come to us, we love when they have photos, videos, names and contact information of witnesses. That's something that we're always looking for to help back up your case so that we can fight for you. If you are the victim of police misconduct, we are very happy to talk to you for free and confidentially. You can reach out to us at thebloomfirm.com. And everybody stand up for your rights. Colleen, thank you so much for walking us through these important tips for all the brave protesters out there. We stand with you and we salute you. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.